Okay, before we get started, is anyone as bothered as I am that the title of the film is not How to Train Your Dragon 3, or at the least, How to Train Your Dragon 3 The Hidden World? It's just The Hidden World. Even the second movie had a 2 in it, but this one doesn't have a 3 in it, and it's just kind of inconsistent and bothers me. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World was directed by DeBlois and is the final chapter in the How to Train Your Dragon series produced by DreamWorks. And this one takes place a year after the events of the second one. Hiccup is now the leader of his tribe of people, and now he is searching for a new home for not only the dragons, but himself. A fabled place that his father once told him about, called the Hidden World, where dragons seem to roam free. And while that's going on, Hiccup's dragon Toothless begins a romance with another Fury. I'm a newbie when it comes to How to Train Your Dragon. I didn't see the original 2 films when they originally were released and just saw them recently to prepare for this review and watching this final film because I was really interested in it. And I really enjoy this series a lot. I think it's one of DreamWorks' best animated series to date. It's fantastic and beautiful and just a lot of fun. And this film brings that fun and enjoyment of those first 2 again. And this is a stunning film. In terms of animation alone, this film is a 10 out of 10. This is one of the best looking animated CGI films I've ever seen. I think that the How to Train Your Dragon films are some of the most beautiful looking animated films ever made. There's just something about them. They're so detailed, with so much just put into every frame of the film. The cinematography in the film is quite good. The colors are beautiful and just pop right off the screen. You need to see this movie in theaters to just see the scope of this film. It is amazing. And that's something that this series does well, is scope. This is an epic of animation and it's just amazing to look at. It rivals such animation as Pixar, who is so good in their animation department. This is fantastic. The story in the film is also very good. However, I do not think it's as strong as the first 2 films, especially that second one. And in fact, it's very weak overall, but it's still very good. I think my problems lie in the fact that some of it is just played very safe and just, it doesn't have that grand scale that the second one had. Also, it feels like there's much less at stake here than there was in the second film and even to the first film at some points. However, what this film does have is, of course, the fantastic relationship between Hiccup and Toothless, which makes the movie for me. Their relationship is just so fun to watch and is much like watching a young boy playing with his dog in a way, because that's kind of how Toothless is portrayed in some instances. He's very much like a dog with wings, and I really love their relationship to each other, and when the film challenges their relationship, you actually do feel something and everything. There is something there that you gravitate towards, and it's really good. Also, I love the moments in the film where Toothless is with this light fury, this white dragon that looks exactly like him, and their relationship that blooms on screen. It's done visually with no dialogue at all, of course, and it's very well done and just really fun to watch. And also, the end of this film is incredibly satisfying and heart-wrenching too, which I was hoping that we would get, and we finally did get a heart-wrenching ending that is worth it in the end. Now, those are a lot of my positives. There's plenty of more I could discuss, but this would be a very long video, and now I'm going to get into a little bit of my negatives. For one, I think that the film has a lot of characters, and sometimes they don't have much to do. Basically, every character from the other films is in this movie, and they don't get a lot of stuff to do. Some characters, even in terms of like the comedy, is actually poorly done in this film. There's some jokes that really do land and are extremely funny. There are others that just really grind my gears and are just really annoying. Such as Kristen Wiig's character has a particular scene where it's supposed to be funny, but I'm not really laughing that hard or at all. Other things in the film in terms of characters, I find it strange that we focused so much on Hiccup's mother in the second one, and she's in this film, but she plays such a minor role that oftentimes there will be parts of the film where I forget she's in the film, and she only appears every so often and doesn't really have that much to do in the film. Also, I want to talk about the villain too, played amazingly by F. Murray Abraham, who's just born to play a great villain. He is really good in his voice acting in this film. In fact, all the actors and actresses are good in their voice acting. However, the villain itself is very two-dimensional, much like the villain in the second one. And that's kind of a problem that I have as well. Also, I know I joked about this in the beginning of the video about the hidden world, the title and everything, but honestly, when watching the film, I don't feel like the movie deserves to be called The Hidden World. I don't feel it's worthy of having that subtitle, since honestly, without going into heavy spoilers, this film doesn't really focus that much on the hidden world, and it's kinda not in it that much to the point where I think it's deserving of having a subtitle under the original title. But that might just be me with this. Overall, guys, I still had a complete blast watching this film. I loved watching this film, even when there was parts of the film where I didn't feel it excelled as well, or was as good as the other two, or just any other type of thing that the film has a problem with, because at the end of the day, it's still a stunning, beautiful, fun film with just great characters and just great, incredible moments and a satisfying conclusion to a great trilogy of films. This is a really fun film, and I think kids and adults can enjoy this film. I know I did. I'm gonna give How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World an 8 out of 10. Well, guys, that's all I've got for you, so as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next review.